Good evening, base leaders. Just quickly a catch up on how the Kim Shield base scoring is going to work. Alright, so just quickly explaining what you see, where you're allowed to enter information. So basically from here to there going down, you can enter information in. From there going down, you can enter information in. And pretty much the rest of the score sheet is protected and locked away. So that's where you can actually put information in. Right, so just quickly coming to a couple of things. Base 35, this is the score sheet I'm busy playing on, teaching you guys. So let's move on to trump cards. How does a trump card work? And what is a trump card? So a trump card is a system where the PLs will get issued. In this case, and this year, they get issued 3 virtual trump cards. And what it basically means is they'll get 3 times the value or 3 times the points for your base. So let's say, for instance, they scored 50 points. So I'll give you an example now. So say trump card, I'm going to push a yes for Y and enter. It gives me a trump card. And let's say, for instance, I give him 50 points for the base. You'll see automatically he gets now 150 points for a trump card. I can take a trump card away, simply just delete it, and I get a normal base point of 50 points. Okay, that's a trump card. So the way a trump card should work is the concept of the base is explained to the PL. In other words, what he's going to be doing and what the challenge is. And before the patrol actually begins the challenge, the patrol leader needs to give him the option if he wants to trump the base or not. If he says yes, that is that. He gets the option. Now, we don't suggest you do the trump bait afterwards, because then obviously he knows you did well or not so well on the base. So the challenge is to do it right in the beginning. Okay, so they only get issued 3 trump cards for the duration of the Kim Shield event. That's basically a trump card in its concept. Right, so let's move on to the scoring and how it actually works. Let me just delete that. Okay, so we have 5 points for falling in. The base score itself is out of 90, and then we've got 5 points for falling out. Okay, so I can say they fell in. So falling in, obviously being virtual, is how well did they organize themselves to actually come together in a reasonable amount of time. Did the PL actually come in and say, my patrol is falling in, we're ready to commence, we're reporting in. All right, so let's say, for instance, we give them 3 points for that. Then the base itself is out of 90 points. So you decide how you want to do it. Every base is different. Decide how you're going to give the guy 90 points for his effort. In our instance, let's say they get 70 points. And then falling out, same thing. Patrol leader says, thank you very much for the base. Patrol 25 fall out, and off they go. Again, it's as long as we grade them, all kind of the same. So I think the key is be consistent. If you're going to have a certain standard and if you're going to expect certain things, then be like that for the entire Saturday. So we make sure that the scores are actually equal and representative of the actual patrols and their effort. Alright, so let's go to the patrol leader evaluation. So this is a separate scoring. So what we did here is scoring the base itself. Here we actually scoring the PL and his efforts. Now sometimes in some bases this is not possible. So you might only be able to see the patrol spirit, let's say for instance when the guys fall in or when they discuss their task itself. So you can only evaluate 1 point. Maybe you can evaluate all the points. Patrol involvement, are they all involved, or is the PL doing everything? Again, it's not important that you complete them all. It's important that you are consistent and remain consistent throughout the weekend. So let's say, for instance, the whole patrol was involved, so you were fairly impressed about the patrol being involved. So again, just to highlight how it works, you can hit the little arrow drop down. You only have an option from 0 to 5, and you can select any number between, or you can just click on the box and type a digit 5 or 2, let's say 2 for instance, and enter, and it captures it for you. If you do something like, I want to capture, I think he's brilliant, and I give him a 7, it will come up with an error and saying, you can't do that. Okay, so basically 0 to 5 is what it's allowed, and you can only give the guy a maximum of 25 points if you score him 5 for each of the categories. Alright, so that's the patrol leader evaluation. I think they just hum up on the key, be consistent. If you're not going to score the guy on relaying instructions, then don't score them and just leave it out. Okay, that's probably the best thing you can do. Alright, so that's the kind of scoring. Alright, and then if you really want to, let's say for instance, your base score is out of 90, and you really want to break it down into little categories to make life easy. This whole section on the side here, so I'm just going to make my database a bit smaller so you guys can see. This whole section on the side here is exactly for that purpose. Alright, so I can type in here, let's say if we want to do the 6 basic knots, we can type reef knot, we can do a bowline, we can do yeah, well, ABC, ABC, and so on. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to give the guy here 23 points, and I'm going to give the guy here 45 points, and I give this guy here 12 points. And then you can do a little thing that says sum, and here you can go absolutely mad, and I'm going to sum these guys up, and that gives me a score of 89, and I can then transpose that 989 to that. Okay, so if I want to do that, that's what I can program all my scoring in here, and it automatically transposes it into that. These are the scores we need to enter into the system. So it will only allow you to put data into the white field. The rest is calculated. You can put a Y into this column here for your trump card, and that's it. And in this section here, under the patrol lead evaluation, you can put a number between 0 and 5. That's it. It is made so that we can't go wrong, and the less things can be broken and so forth. All right, so I think that kind of covers how the scoring actually works. I think if I can just hum 1 point again and say be consistent. If you're going to score the guys a certain way, then score them all a certain way. And then lastly, if you guys need help with everything, you're welcome to send me a WhatsApp, give me a call, send me an email. I'll gladly respond on the day. We have guys running around who can assist. There is a support section within Discord, so you're welcome to use that. And we'll do our best to help you guys out and assist where we can. Yep, and that's kind of it. Thanks for watching.